Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Yay, I am in live. I hope everybody has had a good Christmas. Yes, it is New Year's Eve. I hope everybody has somewhere to be tonight, or if they're not, if they're staying home and bringing in the new year that way. It's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to stay home and do the things you need to do. I hope everybody has had a good holiday. Everybody got a lot of stuff from Christmas. I know for a fact. What did I get in this month? I got in 3 books this month. The Chibi Tarot special, which I got. That's a Color and Heaven magazine, and I just got the new one, the Wind in the Willows one. I think is the new special, and then I also got the new Clara Makova book, which I did purchase, which did cost me a pretty penny. I'm not gonna lie, that was expensive. So keep that in mind. It's probably the most money that I've spent on a book in a long time. I did, however, finish one of the top 10 books. So technically, I finished 4 coloring books this year, 2 non-top 10 and 2 top 10. So what that means is now I'm probably going to carry over the 8 that I didn't finish from this year and transfer them over to next year. But that means I'm left with 2 new books to try and figure out which 2 other books in my massive collection will I be aiming to finish. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to do the finished page book first. We're going to do the finished book first. I finished every single page in this book. So that means I'm going to show you the finished book and do a finished book flip through first. So that'll be the first thing we do in this book. So this is the book I finished. This is Cute and Creepy. I have been working on this book literally all year long, so trying to finish it. So as you can see, I did the final 5 pages in this book. So this book took me a lot of time, and I'm really proud of it. So you can see sometimes when you press on it, you get this film. I don't know why that happens with my pencil. So this was the very first one I did in that book. Well, not the first one. The first one I did was all the way in the back, but this is the first page. So I use mostly colored pencils, some pastels in this book. So most of this was done with colored pencil. If it wasn't done, then I did this little guy, colored pencils. So this book was done almost entirely in colored pencils. I don't think there was much gel pen. See, this I did with colored pencil, and I found that if you do the backgrounds in colored pencil, it really wears down your pencil, and then you have to try and buy another one. So hold on, let me get the dark. Right now it's really dark over here and cloudy, and it's raining over here where I am in California. I don't know why. If you guys see a little pitter patter, I have the dog here with us. Ozzy! As you can see, he's over there. He's over there by our white tree. Yes, that's our tree. And then I hung up some pictures. So this is my living room, if anybody's curious to see the dog. So he is here with us. So this was another one that I did, and I kind of did this in a weird color palette. Like if I kind of should have done this first instead of doing the background first. I did the background first instead of doing this. I should have done the horse first and then done the background to make it look better. But I thought the green and red background actually did a nice contrast on this. This one was done with pastels instead of colored pencil. I learned a long time ago. And plus, I had a lot of marks on this page from a previous page that I had done, so I had to kind of cover up all the marks. So that's kind of why I did some of the backgrounds, because some of sometimes when I color in the page after it, it'll press on it, and I don't know why. So I decided to try and match some of the pages to the colors to the best of my abilities. So I was trying to do a lot of different things and textures, and I played with them a little bit in this color. So I think what I did with this one is I used Prismacolors and Colors, and then I used Schriftfer Farbens and another brand. I'm not sure what I used, but I didn't have the the Lost Girls pencils, but I had some, I think I'd use some delis for this one. This one was an interesting one. I did keep the colors pretty similar to give it a similar palette. I don't know why this is so light. Hold on, let me see if the dimmer is not working correctly. The dimmer is not working correctly. The dimmer. Sorry guys, I can only control my lights so much to give you a special effect. So you know how that works, right? So I am not keeping this book, even though I finished it. I have my reasons for not keeping everything. Number one is space consumption. You know, when you start running out of room, you start realizing, well, what do you really want to keep? I overall am not too crazy about the pictures. You see what happens here? This is a residue from another page. This was before I was putting page protectors down on it. So this is the book I finished, the cute and creepy one. I finished this. I was so proud to finish this one. These were the Halloween ones. Like, and I didn't do this book in order. I did it like here. I would do a picture here, do a picture here. This was a disaster. See, over here, the face doesn't look too bad. It looks light, but it is really orangey, the skin. So you guys don't see that. The camera makes it actually look better than it actually is. This was just a cute one. I thought that was really cute. I liked that a lot. This one was done with pastels. The background was done with my, what are they called? My Pentel pastels that I have. I have a lot of different colors that I use in my book, so keep that in mind. I should have made my coffee hotter. So I did that one with pastels, colored pencils. My mother hated this one. My mother absolutely hated this purple monstrosity, as she calls it. Now, I should have used blue instead of purple. This one I didn't do the thing. I thought it was just cute. I thought this one was cute. I liked this one because it kind of had a Beauty and the Beast feel to it. And then I did that one. Sometimes with the pages, I try to match them, even if I don't always do them. This one I did simultaneously. I did both of them at the same time to try and get the color scheme correct. So it was a matter of getting the scheme correctly done. The whole page spread, this is what I dislike about these books. It's like, I hate when they do this in the books. I really just hate coloring inside the borderline so much. This was, I think, done for Valentine's Day. I thought this one was really nice when I did it. And then I did this one. Sometimes I like when they give us these little backgrounds and I don't have to work at the backgrounds. This was another one I did earlier in the year. This one I think I did last year. I did this one last year. And I said it was my brother when he was young to my nieces, just to have a little fun at it. Then I matched this color to this. Or I tried to as best I could because I couldn't remember what colored pencils I used when I did this one. This one was kind of cute. I like doing the two sea monsters. This one I did last year, and this one I did this year, I think, yeah. So they were done at different times. So I tried to keep, what do you call it, color schemes. This one I definitely did. The three-headed French bulldog, which you guys know is my brother's dog. Which is a French bulldog, and you guys saw him earlier in the stream. Ozzy, come here. The people want to see you. Come over here. Come over here. You guys can see the dog. Ozzy, smile. Ah, smile. Oh, he is so cute, isn't he? This is Oz. Ozzy, sit. Sit. So you can see him. This is Oz. He's the French bulldog. We have him till tomorrow. Isn't he cute? Yeah, I know. So when I was gonna start a little bit earlier, but then the dog wanted to go, and do his business, as we call it. Him. I call this the Pac-Man page. These still took me a long time to do. It was kind of weird. I didn't do them the same color. or the same time. This was Halloween again. There were a lot of nice Halloween pages in this. This is the finished book, by the way. So I did that there. So super chats are open too. So and then I did these also. Halloween, I got a lot of the pages done, believe it or not. Here's my zombies. They are really adorable. I mean, I really have enjoyed doing this book in a way. You know, some you can tell were done as a double page spread. These were interesting. I think I did these either in October or November. I can't remember. But you guys can see that I've made progress a lot. I had this as one of my top 10 books for last year too, so keep that in mind. Then I did these two, the ragdoll, the hippie genie. I should have taken more coffee with me. This one didn't come out. This one came out nice, but what I should have done was do a background, because when I don't do a background, the pages bleed through for some reason. I don't understand how they bleed through. And then I did the little demon, the little snake girl. This one I did this month. Oz, be quiet. Oh, I'm gonna have to. He's just upset because the dog walked by. So, and then this one I did about 2 nights ago. I finally finished this one, the little witch and the cat, which I think this is a beautiful page. I like the way I did it. I like the colors I did this. And I did this one. What did I use? My colors, my Finding the Lost Girl pencils, Prisma for the skin tone, Prisma for this. This purple was not this Prisma. This was a, oh, what did I use on this? I used the bucket pencil. I don't remember what. I have a bunch of pencils. Then I remember when I first started this book, I saw the hedgehog, and this picture reminded me of Coloring with Sammy. If you don't know who Coloring with Sammy is, I know, right? The little witch with the cat is really, I just like that cat. This still gets very emotional. He has to always be touching you. And then I did this. This is the red one. And then I finally, last night, I did this one. This is the bat and the greenery. So I am not actually keeping this book because it just is a space issue for me. So I did about 5 in that. So if you want to know the grand totals for this month, I have them right here. The grand total for this month was 48 pages, 6 PDFs, 1 finished book. The yearly totals equal 536 pages, 64 PDFs in total. Finished books in total were 4 books, 2 top 10 and 2 non-top 10. So that tells you kind of what it is. I do not know what my final 2 books will be, but the 8 books that I didn't finish will be in there. So that's what I do there. So when I'm finished, I put it in the side. So what I got to show you on my phone is a picture that's still hanging up in my house. So hold on while I show you it. And this is the one that's hanging up right now. It is called Christmas Morning. Christmas Morning. You guys have seen this on Instagram probably. You guys saw this probably on Instagram. This is not coming out so good. If you have Instagram, you've seen it. So this is the picture in, if you guys have seen this in Instagram, you guys know that that's the Instagram photo. So then I did some PDFs. So hold on, let me get the PDFs out. So I did about 6 PDFs. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 7 PDFs. So the number's a little off if you do that. So 7 is PDF. So now the number changes. 536 pages, 65 PDFs for the year, 4 finished books, 2 top 10, 2 non-top 10. So That is basically what our stats are for the year. If anybody was interested in that, the stats. So, well, the top 10 books is to help. Sorry, guys, I just needed a little bit more coffee. I need a little bit more coffee. Give me 30 seconds. Keep this up. Sorry, guys, I always have to be aware of what's going on in my house. People always come in here. So, you know how the kids are, they do everything like crazy. Well, I picked 10 books for the year, and then I go throughout the year and try to work on them successively. So, the whole idea is to make sure that your books get equal time. So, what happens is this was a Deborah, this first one here is a Deborah Muller book. This is called Holly Jolly Elves. And you can get this either on Amazon or Etsy. I tend to buy Deborah Muller books on Etsy because I like them. I use colored pencils on this one. As you can tell, I liked it a lot. The next PDF, you probably saw it on Instagram if you saw it on my Instagram, is Candy Cane Fairy. This is a Patreon image by Hannah Lynn, which means you actually have to pay to be part of her service. I use colored pencils. I use the traditional red, white, and then I put some pink in her leaves. And then, guys, look really closely. There's some gel pen in her wings. I put some the color gel pen. And the reason why I've never bought another gel pen since I bought the color gel pens is because number one, there's refills. Number two, I don't throw out the pens. I just throw out the refills and then I put them in. So for me, it's actually cheaper to buy the refills than buying another set. So that's what I did. But you do have to pay it. And I'm in the $5 tier, which is like, it's not the free tier, but it's not exactly the premium tier. So I'm in the silver tier, which means I get 2 pages a month. And then I get sometimes discounts. And she does all kinds of things in her Patreon. So, and you get discount. I have not bought her pet book, so I do not know if I'm buying the pet book. So that is the first one we did. Yeah, and I have a notebook where I keep everything written down as I'm doing it. So then when I do my spreadsheet, before I do this, I put together a number. So this one was a freebie from one of the Facebook groups. One of my coworkers gave me some Sharpies. Here's the thing, when you use Sharpies, they really smell, and they smell so much worse than I thought they would smell. They smell. I get the dog. He's gonna bark like crazy while we're at this show. So this one is Pikachu and this is a Pokemon. I use Sharpies. I do not like the way the Sharpies go on this paper, so just to let you know that. A few months ago, I bought some ink, and it didn't print very well. So it was printing regular, fine, but if I wanted grayscale, it would print it extremely light. So then I went, I purchased ink a few months ago, and the ink was not the same ink as as my normal ink. Yeah, you buy the set, then it comes with you buy it as a set, 96 pen set, and then what I do is it comes with refills, but then you don't have to throw out your pens once you're done using them. You just have to get the refills. And I think they're beautiful. I love them. Are they a little pricey when you first get them? Yes. Are they worth it in the long run? Yes. Oz, stop it. This is, what is this one? This is called Peppermint by Deborah. It's one of my older coloring books by her. PDF, so you get that from her Etsy store or her Amazon store if you want that. So there's that one. Then there's this one. This one is Masquerade from the... I think this was a freebie a few months ago that Maud Lemoyne gave out. Hi, Miss Michelle. How are you? I was talking to Kitty before of Kitty's Coloring Corner. So then this one is a... I did finish one of my coloring books for Top 10. I finished the Cute and Creepy coloring book. So if you go back later on when you rewatch it, you'll see the flip through of the finished flip through. I am good. I hope your Christmas was good, and I wish everybody a Happy New Year. So I think this was a freebie that Maud Lemoyne was offering on her website. I did this with colored pencils. This was a long time whip that I've had in process. The dog is with us today, so I showed him earlier in the stream. He is with us until tomorrow afternoon when my brother comes and picks him up. So I've had him since, 2 days before Christmas. And then this one is Cozy Christmas. I started this a long time ago. This was done in both markers and colored pencils. So some of this was done in marker and some of this is done in colored pencils. As you can tell, I did that one and I really love that one a lot. So done. I gotta do something. My coffee is ready. So those were the 6 plus the one that I showed you, which was Christmas morning. Yes, this is one of my top 10s. I did not finish it this year, but I did do 2 this month. So I am really proud of me when I do the 2 in there. So I apologize for the dog being loud. He is going to be there. Yes, everybody is saying hello. We got 4 people, 4 likes. Thank you very much. Remember, super chats are also activated. This one, so $300. I think it's out of print. That's the problem. I bought this. I think I bought this because somebody wanted mandalas. I know when I'm finished with this one, I'm not keeping it because it's just too big. Look how thick it is. It is like super thick. I think they have a similar version of it, but it's not called 300 mandalas. I think there's a super one. Hold on. They have a version of it on Amazon, but I'm not sure if it's the same one. It's like Sally Berry books just went out of stock, so I think the one that's closest to it looks like this. Hold on, let me see if I can get the link. See if that's it. To that book. So, but the thing with this is it's so thick and so heavy of a book that I've decided when I finish it, it will not be kept. So I got this one. I did try to do this one in Christmas purple, reds, and greens. This one I used my Copics. I have a few Sharpies left, but I'm not really thrilled with it. As you couldn't see, it took me a long time. And then I did this one. I did this one on 12/26. I date these in the book when I'm done with them. And then I did this one. This I colored with the Sharpies because I wanted to see what they would look like. So you guys know that it's not easy to do. So I did that one. You know, when I'm done with these, I put them in a binder, my PDFs. I have a binder for them. So the next one is, and I have a whip in this one. Surprise, surprise, Grace the Queen of Whips. This is Debbie McComa's Holly Jolly Christmas coloring book. My coworker gave me a few Sharpies. It wasn't like a lot. It was like, what, 8, 9 Sharpies, I think. So that's why I did that way. So here is Debbie McComa's Holly Jolly Christmas coloring book. I did this one. So this is the one that I finished. And then the one that I'm currently working on is this one. I did not get to finish this one, but you guys can pretty much tell that I am really looking forward to finishing this one. I might put this in next month's one. Oh no, I hate ads. Yay, I hate ads so much. But they are what they are, you know? We cannot change that. So that is the one that I have as a whip in this book. So this one will probably come back next month. You guys know that I am busy doing that. And then when the kids were over here, I guess I was doing something for an errand when I left. The kids went in my room and they took all my page markers, or little flags as you call them. My page markers, put them all over the floor. I was like, oh, thank God I only had one set of them out instead of everything out. So you know what that is, right? And then this was a cute little Christmas magazine that they did a few years ago. I'm not sure if they still sell this or if it's out of stock. But you know the rule of Color in Heaven, once they're out of stock, they're out of stock. So it's really hard to get things when they're out of stock. And then you have to search around for, I'm still searching for the first Color in Heaven issue. I mean, that's hard to get, and it's probably going to cost me a pretty penny if I ever decide, if I buy it. But I'm probably not going to do that. So 8 of my books will carry over, but then 2 will be new for the top 10. So here is what I did for this. This is like a cutesy book. I had started this last year, didn't finish it, and I decided to finish it this year. Then we did the mouse. I kind of went on like a Christmas marathon with this book. Then I did this little boy. I thought this was really nice to do a little boy with his ice skates. And then I did a little angel girl. So I like this book because I can do, it's when you want something simple and easy. Some people say they don't like the simpler stuff, but I kind of like the simpler stuff sometimes. Sometimes I don't like ornate stuff. Sometimes I do. And this was on the top 10, but I did not get to finish it. I was hoping I would finish it, but I wasn't realistic because I had like 15 left in this book and I only did 4. So I really wasn't like too. This book has weird paper in it, and I did 4. So I finally, you guys saw that. Remember, this was a whip in progress. So I made this girl dark skin with my Copics. This took a lot of doing to get her skin to be this color. I mean, I had to do, I usually go light to dark. Some people go dark to light. I've never been one to go light to dark. I do what's called building the color. So this was 4 Copic markers to skin. I did a floral white. Oh, what was the other one? Cotton pearl, raw silk, and then light suntan. I think were the colors I used to get that skin tone for a darker skin girl. Then we did this one. And this is the Cindy Elsahourni one. I've already decided when I finish this book, I'm not keeping it either because it's just, you know, some of my books take up a lot of room. Even though this doesn't take up room, I just do not like the paper in this. I think the pictures are nice. I just wish the paper was better quality, and it bleeds through every single thing. It's yellow, unless I color another one right in the back. So I did this one too. I love the way this girl's hair came out. So that was what I did. So you guys can tell that I'm doing this book. I'm trying to fill in whatever I haven't colored in this book. Wow, 8 of you guys. Thank you. This is also kind of a year end for me in a way. So we kind of did that. And then this is the next one. Kawaii Christmas. Now I'm trying to find the page in this by Jay Summer. This is not the grayscale one. When I look at this one, I see my nieces in this picture. kind of like, what do I see? My nieces Saya and Hazel. When I thought about that one, this is not the grayscale one. If it was grayscale, it would have much more colors in it and it'd be darker and deeper. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. But when I do this, I always put a page behind this because I work with markers in this book. So I enjoyed coloring in this one. Yeah, there were a lot of Christmas pictures this month. I will not lie about that. Well, Kitty, it's over a few years I had Copics. I used to have Blick Arts and then the markers before I left and moved 2 years ago. I had I have about 100 and something. I think what do I have? About 190 Copic markers. That's a lot of markers. It's not the full set of 300 and something markers. Keep that in mind. But I have the colors I need in the Copic. But you know what cost me a lot of money is the refills. And because I don't have really, yeah, I know, but that's over a few years I've collected it. It's not all at once. You know what I mean? And I bought them in sets. Like if you're gonna buy Copic markers, this is the 3 sets that I recommend that you get. You get a skin tone set. You get a basic set of 12. And you get a pastel set. The only reason why I say you should get a skin tone set is because then you get the browns. You get some browns, you get some earth tones in the set, and that helps you figure out like how to blend and things like that. And you can also use them for nature stuff too. And you get a basic set of colors. Then you see if you like them or you don't like them. I tend to like them with the brush tip. I have regular Copics, I have Copic brush tips, and I have some Copic childs. My whole thing is I like the Copic sketch because they have the brush tip and a big nib. Plus, I try to buy refills, but I find that I run out of the ink really fast in them. But depends on the paper you're using too for the Copic. So this one is From Halloween to Christmas by Doria Kakrasoy. And this is basically the Halloween through Christmas coloring book. I'd forgotten I had it until I was looking for something else and it kind of popped out on me. And so I did this little Santa. I did this little Santa Claus. Yep. I enjoyed doing that. There were some books I did not even touch, so keep that in mind. And then we have a color by number. I've been looking for this for a while, and I could not find it for the longest time. So then I did this one. This was one that I had started last year but didn't finish because I guess I ran out of time. And then I also did this one, which I really like. So I didn't even get to the rest of these, but I'll probably do more next year. So, the holiday ones are kind of like fun. That's Color Questopia. It's my only Color Questopia book. It's not my only color by number. Then this is a Chinese one. I bought this many, many years ago, so I don't remember where I got this. There are 2 or 3 places you can buy Asian books reliably, in my opinion. Amazon Japan is one of them. On Etsy, you can go through Cool Craft Books, which I find very, very good. And also, the other place that I find very good, she used to be on Etsy, and now she has a store of her own. Who is it? 70 East Books. So I probably got it either at 70 East Books or Cool Craft on Etsy, this book. So, but I love this. I like this one. I had started this one a long time ago, and I finally finished it. So I was like happy to have finished this book, this page. So keep in mind when I do the Chinese ones, it's because I usually want to grab something off the top shelf, something I haven't done for a while. My whole thing is to keep them clean and keep my bookshelves in order. Now, this is a newer book in the collection, but I seem to be enjoying coloring the pages out of it. This is called Romantasy Coloring Book. Now, this is a Dover coloring book. It is published by Dover, who also publishes those Creative Haven books that we love so much. I worked in a Creative Haven, but I didn't finish anything in a Creative Haven, so I have works in progress in there. So this is Romantasy, and it has some beautiful, beautiful pages. So Romantasy basically is romance and fantasy. It's a genre that people categorize in bookstores. So it's a customer term. So I did this one. I finished this one. I used some cheaper pencils. The cheaper pencils do not work well on this paper. I can tell you that right now. If you're going to use any kind of pencils, I recommend your more expensive artist pencils on this because the paper does not like those cheap Crayolas. I can tell you that right now. So that's the one that I finished in this one. Now this book kind of annoys me. This is the book that annoys me. I do not know why I do not like this book at all. I usually love doing things like this, but for some reason, this book annoys the crap out of me. And I'll tell you why. Number one, you pretty much know what the picture is once you start coloring it, which I kind of like and I kind of don't like. But here's the problem with this book, and I did finish this one. I had such a hard time with this book once I colored it in. But the problem with this book is everything is so tiny, even when I have lights on. I had to put on my diamond painted light pad just to find what it was, just to get it on. Yeah, I had to use my I had to use my lining pad on this because the numbers were so small. That is the problem with this book. The numbers are so small to do it. It is not an easy book to color. Then I started doing this one, which is supposed to be, I think this is supposed to be a cardinal. So, I started this one, but did not finish it. It is like tiny, tiny little things. You know what I mean? It is so tiny to do it. It is so hard to do it. So that is I like the pictures, but I just wish the numbers weren't so tiny. And it takes me so long to do one because the numbers are so tiny. Now, this is another old book. You guys haven't seen this one in a while. This is, I think, either Korean. I think this is a Korean coloring book. I got this many years ago. So the two places I mentioned before. This translates to Nutcracker Ballet. And I did this one with the little banisters. I used several colored pencils on this one. I thought this one was really cute. I liked this one. So this was a fun month for me because it was more about... and I told them to balance the ads, Michelle. So this one is Nutcracker Ballet. This is a Korean coloring book. I've had some of these books for a while. It's not all at once. So, my collection is very diverse. And, I had cut back my collection too. So keep that in mind. And so what I did was, even though I don't have my next two Color in Heaven books yet, what I did was I put the issue number into. So once I get the title of the next two books, and I did get the new Clara Makova book, Michelle. So this is the Christmas special. Issue 107. This is multiple artists. So the artist I'm showing you is Karen Tiao. And this is called, what is this called? Tsukimi. This is by Karen Tiao. Now, some of you may know him because he does that anime style of coloring. So I colored this in colored pencil, and this was in grayscale. So this tells you guys you can color grayscale in colored pencil. But remember this. It depends on the paper, number one. Number two, the pencil you use. I use basically Prismacolors and Holbeins on this one. I'm not kidding you. I use Prismas and Holbeins on this because the paper in this really does not like cheaper stuff. Some of the paper in some of the older Color in Heavens has no problem with markers, but the newer paper that they are using ever since issue 100, the paper has been thinner. I noticed that the first 100 issues had better paper. Everything up to issue 99 had had okay paper, but ever since issue 100, the paper has been much thinner. So that is something to keep in mind when you're coloring in something like Color in Heavens. Now this one is a Color Your Hoard page. This is called Santa's Town. I started this picture last year, didn't finish. This is a grayscale. It is by Elina. She has a whole bunch of books on things, but this one was gotten last year, and I did not finish or work in this book as much as I should. It is a grayscale coloring book, as you guys probably guessed. I did this one in markers. I don't know what I started the page in because it was started last year and I didn't finish. So it was colored pencil for the white snow, gel pen for the ornaments. You guys don't really see that. I did the color with gel pen. So then you get the white snow. And you can always tell when the page is marked because Anne always says that you get nice pages. And Anne is back, by the way. Our Anne's Figures is back, so I'm really happy that she has come back to us. Now, this was a top 10 book to finish. This is Fragile World by Kerby Rosanes. You guys knew that I was going to do one, and I did the Whooping Cranes. I really like this one. I had kind of a hard time with this one because I had to look up what this bird looked like. You know, here's the thing about this book. I love doing this book, but it is a challenge to do this book in a way. It's not that I don't like doing the book. I love doing the book. But here's the thing. A lot of the animals, I don't know what they look like, so I have to look them up on the phone. So that was what I did. So I am very happy that I finished the coloring book this month, and I finished Cute and Creepy. Michelle missed that, so she can go back and watch that. And then I did this one, Christmas Gnome Special. Now this has multiple artists in it, so I work in this every Christmas. To tell you the truth, I work in a page every time. This is a Mariola Boudette one. I did this one in Christmas colors with colored pencils and gel pens. Then the next one I did was in Ava Brown. Some people do not like Ava Brown's style. I happen to like it because I think it's whimsical and fun. And there's a lot of other gnomes in here. Keep that in mind when you do gnomes. You're going to get them different ones. So there's a little bit more on Chet Mignon. See, once you get into the thing, I don't know whose style that is, so they're different pictures, you know, they do different things. So you have Christmas gnomes and doing all kinds of things. So that is one of the more artsy ones you will find doing in there. So this is how I clean up also. I know it's not, the month is not over, but I'm like figuring, you know, I have so many of them to do. We should get them out of the way and in the way. So today I will probably be finishing. I'm trying and read more Phantasma, try and finish Empire of the Vampire so I can get to Empire of the Damned. I also need to read Iron Flame before February because what that is in February's book club, they're choosing to read Onyx Storm. But I can't read Onyx Storm until I read the second book in the series, which is Iron Flame. I love The Fourth Ring, which was a dragon book. So that is what I am currently in the plans for reading. And I did this one. I did this little acorn with colored pencils. Yes, this is Circle of Life by Melopemeni Chatzipangou Geo Chatzipangou Geo. Forgive me, Melopemeni, if I don't pronounce your name right. I know it's one of those things where the author has a hard name to pronounce. So I did this one in multiple colored pencils. I enjoyed doing it. I thought it was fun to do it. Yeah. This was a book that when I went to New York, I got it back because it was in my book bag. So that is that one. Now, this book I bought off of Etsy. This is Imaginary Friends. This is the second edition that she did. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. So then I did Karolina Kubikowska, Imaginary Friends, and I did 2 in this one. It is a mouthful to say that name, right, Michelle? This one is Karolina Kubikowska, Imaginary Friends. This one I did pay quite a bit a few months ago for, so it's the second edition of this book. So I did this one, which is this page. I did this, which I love this. And then I did this one. So I did this little page here, and then I did this page. I like this book very, very much. I have this thing where I love Deborah Muller books so very much. So what I do with that is that I just simply take the name and put in a few syllables. Chat, zip, ana, geo, tau. So that's the way that I try to pronounce it. Do it in a couple of cylinders. So then we have, oh yes, Michelle knows what this is. She goes, oh, you have a Johanna in there. Yes, and it's not Ivy, which is one of the books I finished, but I'm doing one of those spreads that takes me forever. That's the problem with Johanna. Some of Johanna's books take so long, and then I think, is this a Color Your Horde? Or did I do another one in this? I might have done another one. I'm not sure if this is a Color Your Horde one or not. It might have been. No, it's not. But I did this one. But yeah, I know a lot of people like this one. I do too. I think this is one of her better ones because she has some small ones, she has some large ones. You know, like kind of like what you love about Small Wonders and what you like about her bigger books. You know, I kind of like, I'm like, okay, I like this, I like that. I don't necessarily love everything. Some of her books are really ornate. And I didn't even get to a lot of other books. I didn't even get to my Color in Heaven books, right? I mean, Creative Haven books. Then this one, Mein Winter Spaziergang by Rita Berman, that translates into My Winter Walk. It translates to My Winter Walk. I don't even know where I got the German books from. And then I did this one. I did this wallpaper. Took me a little while to do. While I was doing that one, I also did the other one on the other page. Made it a tree with multiple colors in it. So you guys can tell that these colors kind of are the same colors that I used in this one. So take that as you will. We did one in there. And then this was another book that came back from New York, which is Color Me to Sleep. So what I did was take one of these. Sometimes I do these because I like doing them. And this book has a ton of mandalas in it. It is a Zen coloring book. So then I did this one. I just wanted to do a mandala that wasn't in my 300 mandalas book. So we finished with that one. This is the last book. We finished with this one. I thought this book was just a lot of fun. And this is by Lucy Macklow and Angela Porter. I think Angela Porter does a lot of those. What does Angela Porter do? She does a lot of books. And I'm trying to remember what she does, Angela Porter. She does a whole series of books on Amazon. And I'm trying to address, I know it's a mandala series she does, but I can't remember for the life of me the name of that series. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on the top 10 or not. I might put this on my top 10 because I color at least one page every month in this book. So I'm thinking I'm going to put this and maybe a Coco Wild book in there. I'm definitely thinking a Coco Wild book and this to replace the 2 finished books plus the 8 that I did not finish this year. There was also Intricate Flowers. I had actually started work on something on Intricate Flowers, but I did not finish it. There was also a page in Fairy Tales that I did not finish. So by Emil Leadhall Oldberg, I didn't finish that either. So there was a lot of books. I also, Michelle, got the new Clara Makova book. If anybody is wondering what that is, I did get that. I did have a camera shot of it. Here's the new book, Orchard Full of Fairies. I did receive it. So if anybody is wondering, I did not do that. I am probably saving that for a January Color Your Horde book. Probably might do that even on the page. So I hope everybody has enjoyed the pages. Yeah, I know. I have enjoyed all these pages. Yeah, Michelle, I finished the thing, so that's okay. But I was going to show you. Let me show you this one again. I did this one. So I might add this book to my top 10 for next year. because what happens is I have 8 left that I didn't finish this year. So I'm going to take those 8 that I didn't finish and carry them over to this year. But that leaves 2 books for me possibly to do that. And I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to finish this one and then maybe a Coco Wire book or something else. I have not figured out what is the next 10 books. I have not even figured out what the 10 books are, but I know what 8 of them are because it's going to be the same books as last year, except for the Cute and Creepy, which I have now finished. And I flipped through it basically in this stream. So, I hope everybody enjoyed their Christmas. What did I get? A jacket and a sweater. I got some clothes for my relatives, some money. That was also a good thing to always get some money for Christmas. So, what I want to do is do this. So, I'm thinking that this will be one of them that I put in. I'm definitely thinking, you know what? Definitely this will be one of the top 10 to finish for next year. But I'm not sure what the other one is going to be. So we'll see how we color in it. So it might even be something thick. I'm thinking that I want to put something thick in the thing to get another thick book out, but not one of the hardcovers because what I'm going to do with the hardcovers, even if I finish my hardcovers, I'm keeping about 80% of them, maybe 2% of them I'm not keeping. So keep that in mind. So anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream. Everybody stay safe and healthy. And who likes the little Christmas tablecloths? My mother bought these little tablecloths. Aren't they cute? Guys, this is what my mother put out this year for Christmas cutie pies. This is what she bought. I think it's really cute. I hope everybody got their Christmas cards. Michelle, did you get my Christmas card? By the way, because some people said they got them, some people said they never got them. My mail has been incredibly slow this year. I don't know why the mail is incredibly slow this year. Oh, good. I was so worried you didn't get your Christmas card. Yeah, I sent out Christmas cards this year, Kitty. So if I don't have your information, it's only the thing is. Really, I didn't get that. I guess something, Messenger was not working. Messenger does not always work, Michelle. But I'm so glad a lot of people came this stream. This is so much good. I thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I have enjoyed this stream too. So hopefully, getting rid of one book helps me in a way because then I have room on my shelves a little bit more and I can manipulate things a lot better. So I also put down the disclaimer and the links down for anybody who needs links or stuff like that. So I want to also say sorry to Misty because I know she was streaming at the same time as me. So when I started, she was streaming already, but I figure now that I have a day off and time to do this, I'll do this. So I hope everybody has enjoyed their time with me and everybody stay safe, stay healthy, be thankful for your loved ones. And I wish you all a happy new year, happy coloring, and may the fourth be with you. May the force be with you. And this is the way. Everybody have a great time. Bye, everybody.